I've heard a lot of rumblings about an upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Wide and how Apple might also be picking a passport-style device for its first foldable. And if that reminds you of something, it should, because Google was there first with the original Pixel Fold. I'm going to talk about why I prefer this form factor and why I think it makes even more sense in 2026 given the other devices on the market. Let's bring the camera around and talk about it right now. And we're back. Holiday Pusheen's had a rough one. Still disappointed that we didn't get the Samsung Galaxy Z TriFold on release. But let's talk about the original Pixel Fold, because I think Google hit on a lot of things here with this device. And I was supremely disappointed when, for the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, Google went away from this design and went to more of a traditional bifolding phone design. And I do think that was a mistake. And that's why I think you're going to see these companies that are coming to market like Samsung, like Apple, with these other devices might go back to a form factor like this because it makes a lot of sense. Number one, it's just usability. I like the fact that it's a smaller display. I like the fact that it's a wider display. It's an easier device to hold in the hand. Don't forget, I'm okay with a Galaxy Z Fold 7 being his big device when unfolded because I could palm the thing with my hands. But if you have smaller hands, you're going to want it, for just the sake of security, just for gripping the thing, be able to hold it. And I think Apple in particular is going to be sensitive to that and make sure that its foldable is available and accessible to the most amount of people. And it just makes sense from viewing content. This is great for viewing a web page, a document, reading emails, just using your apps, a slightly wider experience. It's really nice to use. You can palm it one-handed. It's still a large enough display. I'm not like I'm missing the fact that it doesn't have a 6.5-inch display or whatever some of these other ones do. But I think that this is the way that you can make these phones work. Because if you think about it, yes, there are some foldables you see with these really wide displays. I think Vivo was doing that for a while. 6.8-inch displays and just opening it up. And I just think that gets too much. I think when you have something like this, you have a lot more flexibility. And to me, it makes even more sense when you think about how Samsung is going to have the Galaxy Z TriFold. When you have a device like that can service a customer that needs the larger display with the 16:11 aspect ratio, I think it kind of not diminishes, but it lessens the need in the market for the traditional Galaxy Z Fold 7. Because if you're going to go for that larger display, I don't think you have to do it by just going taller and having that 8-inch display. I think you could go bigger on the TriFold and then have a bifolding device like this, like the Wide, that satisfies that customer in the middle. And because you're going with a squatter device and a wider device, you can go with a wider aspect ratio, a landscape dominant aspect ratio on the inside of the phone. And I think that makes a lot of sense. It's why I'm excited about the TriFold. It's why I'd like to see that on here, because not only do you get a nice wide landscape canvas for viewing web pages, if you're using the whole thing, it's great. You can have apps in a nice ratio, the whole thing. But also it aids multitasking because each half is a little wider. When I pull up an app pair, it doesn't feel as cramped. It feels like each app has a nice little space for itself where I can use it freely on either side. I really like that a lot. I think that you get a nice scroll back and forth. It's easy to kind of go ahead and go in here. Let's pull up just Instagram and make sure everything is logged in here. And it is. I just think that this makes a lot of sense. And I like this a lot. And this is nice wide, and then you can kind of go back and you're all set to go there. I think that this, for a bifolding phone, if this is going to be a category that survives the tri-folding devices and the larger rollables, this is what it's going to have to come back down to. Because as much as I like having that large 8-inch canvas on those traditional folding phones, it's kind of why I was disappointed that Motorola went the way it did with the Motorola folding devices coming out. Because you're limited. You're going to have that large 8-inch display, that's great, but it's kind of like a 4:3. It's just an awkward aspect ratio for doing anything. It's not ideal for watching video. It's not ideal for content. It's not ideal for multitasking. So there's a lot of limitations there, and you're paying that premium. The TriFold, as expensive as it is, doesn't have that problem because you've got that wide canvas, that 10-inch display at 16 by 11 that you could get work done. Samsung DeX makes more sense on a device like that. What productivity apps make more sense on a device like that. Photo editing, all this stuff that you want to do on a 10-inch display with a landscape orientation makes sense. I think that there is a new category in the middle now for these phones, now that there is something above it, right? You don't have to have this awkward phase where you're trying to cater to both customers. You don't have to have this awkward in-between where you're trying to cater to people who need more screen real estate, but also people who want to use their apps a certain way. Now you could just have a dedicated device that's in the middle, that has the landscape orientation, that has a wider outer screen, that does multitasking with a single fold better, because you can have those two apps on either side with a lot of space. I think there's a lot of advantages to this form factor, and it's the reason why I was so disappointed that Google gave it up. And it's the reason why, I was using my Microsoft Surface Duo over the weekend and loving it. And I would do web page. I would spread a web page across both halves of the display. I was doing multiple apps, app pairs, not a problem. And I didn't care about the hinge in the middle. It wasn't a thing. I ignored it. I just liked having that flexibility of that form factor, and I think something like this could fit that. And if you had the right software, which Google never really got right on here, if you were able to dismiss individual apps, and I understand that that's a whole thing, and how Android treats that differently, and how Microsoft did its own thing in order to create different instances, basically, of Android, there's a way to do it. Trust me, the engineers make a lot of money. There's a way to figure that out, where you can have individual instances where I could swipe away and pull up another one if I want to. So I think that's something that needs to be worked on for sure. But I was disappointed when Google went away from this. I don't understand. I kind of understand why companies went to those awkward 8-inch bifolding phones. But I think that they can free themselves of that now. I think that's why you're going to see Apple finally come out with a foldable that looks something like this. Because from a usability aspect, from the user experience, from just having it in your pocket, this is less obtrusive. This just to have in your pocket is a much more enjoyable experience. To hold this is a much more enjoyable experience. To use it is fine. I think iOS would adapt well to a form factor like this. And I think Apple thinks so as well. And I think that's why you're going to see Samsung maybe experiment with something like this in the future. If it's not this year with the Z Fold, that rumored Z Fold 8 wide, then something else. But I think that you're going to see more of these devices. I forget which company it was that had one of these. It was Oppo. The Oppo Find N or whatever it was that this was kind of modeled after, where you saw those kind of a squatter ones, like the Huawei Pura X or whatever that is. I think you're going to see more form factors like that in foldable phones because it's more usable and it makes more sense. And this is just an easier phone to hold and it's more palatable, I think, if you're going to have one of these folds. So it's for people who want a little bit more screen real estate than your typical regular traditional slab phone, but you don't necessarily need 10-inch displays. You could get something like this where you can open it up. You're still getting a nice wide expansive display, but it's an aspect ratio that works for a lot of apps. It's an aspect ratio that works better for multitasking, and it's an easier form factor to hold and to use. And I think that you could have multiple areas of the market serviced. You could have the people who need that gigantic display. Go ahead and get yourself a TriFold. If you need something like this, I love the idea of having an option like this. Google had it right from the start. I just wish the company had the dedication to stick with it instead of going to the more traditional fold. Because I think if this were updated with the bigger battery and the software experience, and it does have the software experience, but if this were updated with a bigger battery and a slimmer form factor, better hinge, I think this would be an absolute winner. I already like the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. I think it had even more room to go if you were to update something like this. I still love pulling this out. It is it reminds me a bit of my BlackBerry Passport, having this nice wide display. I like how it is just to use in the hand. I like the wide display and getting all that information on the external screen. Just nice overall. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Apple and Samsung have in store for us. And maybe, just maybe, Google will come back to this or refresh this at some point as well, because I do think that is worth doing. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have the Steve-licious day.